CFL coming back. The Toronto Argonauts buying a Grey Cup. That's what everybody's saying. They spent all this money, and you like hearing that.
What money? I didn't spend a lot of money, man. They just signed the right players.
Yep.
Yeah, they got nice championship caliber players that are willing to go balls to the wall to win a championship. That's what people are seeing, and they think it's just purchasing. It's not purchasing. It's the players want to play where they want to win, right?
Yeah.
That's what I did. I went where I wanted to win.
Well, what actually happened, and you know this, is they signed like everybody. So the fans are saying, how can you afford everybody? You're getting it. What are you saying to people that say that?
I mean, you can't sign everybody for what they want, but obviously they gave everybody for what they're comfortable with. Everybody got the contract that they wanted. I wouldn't sign a contract that I don't like, but I signed something that I was comfortable with, and obviously everybody was comfortable with it. So whether they overpaid or underpaid, then everybody got paid what they wanted.
Yeah, but there's a little to be said for what you told me privately, that Pinball got on the phone and just made you feel wanted. Like there's something to be said for that.
Like he's been on our show before, and it was funny even having him on the Better with Age webcast and having a talk with him and slightly not tampering, but it's one of those things where it's like he's a good guy, he's a player. He knows how it feels to be a player. He knows how it feels to be a coach. He knows how it feels to be a GM.
Oh, yeah, he's everything.
Yeah, so he's been all the way across the board, so.
Oh, all the Argo fans waking up from Mike Blackbird in Toronto. Argos. Can't wait for you to play. I'm so excited. From the Beneath Sports podcast, this is Daryl in Toronto. Glad to have you in Double Blue. How excited are you to play alongside your new D-line mates, Hughes and Law, off the edge? That sounds like a law firm, Hughes and Law.
There's some big names on our D-line, man. Some huge names. And, a couple of those guys, I can't wait to install my knowledge into those guys like Oakman and Shane Ray and guys like that.
I forgot about Oakman.
Yeah, we got some players that, they've kind of had a rough go in their career, so they just need a little tweaking here and there to kind of figure the game out.
Oakman is a beast.
He's a massive man. Yeah, he's massive. I've never played with somebody that big before, so it'll be...
On the D line, you've played against O-linemen that big.
Yeah, I played against O-linemen that never played with, besides somebody that tall.
Thinking of, was it Bruce Campbell? Did you play against him? He's 6'8", tackle.
Oh, yeah, I played against him. Yeah, I played against him.
What a freak of nature that guy is.
Got to keep his hands off.
Is that right?
Yeah, they can't touch me.
Jacques Dupuis says, good afternoon from cloudy Ottawa. We're checking out from all the locales across North America here, people checking in. And I'll get to all your questions, or at least I'll try. Mandy in Edmonton says, do you feel it'll work out in Toronto, even though the psychic you had on your show told you that she didn't think you were going east? How did that happen? Was she wrong? Did she miss that one? The psychic?
She was close. She said she felt like I was going east somewhere like Hamilton. And predicted it way beforehand and was like, yeah, I got a feeling you're going somewhere like Hamilton.
She had like a 1 in 8 chance, Chuck.
Yeah, she had a 1 in 8 chance, but that's still big odds.
Yes, exactly. From Joe Lazito, watching on Long Island. One of the things I'm most looking forward to with the return of the CFL is the clash of the Titans between Charleston and Derek Dennis. The games are one of the trenches with warriors like these guys.
Yeah.
Over to you. I love when you go up against Derek Dennis.
I know, man, but Dennis has seen like what I could do and what I'm capable of, so he prepares himself. I think every offensive lineman in this league is gun-ho to try to block me just because I'm the sack master. I'm the guy that's actively rushing for that record right now. So they're just like, I don't want him to get a sack on me. I want to be able to say I blocked the best pass rusher in the CFL. So every guy is like that.
What were you? Are you 27 behind or something? How many?
27.
27. Wow. My memory's not completely shot.
Yep.
So you should be able to get that in a couple of years.
Oh yeah, I'll crush it.
Right? Yeah.
Crush it.
Well, yeah, you weren't retiring here. From the fans, from Schmelski, Tycat fan, watching on YouTube. Hey, Charleston, you're a legend. I wish we had you in Hamilton. You're at 105 sacks right now. Have you set a goal for your career? Well, I think we just covered that. You were a Tycat, though, Chucky?
I was
for what?
For about 10 minutes. Didn't even
tell
sweat
that story
jersey.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, man, it was a weird situation because I went into Calgary to host like an event for fans. I was taking a bunch of fans to the mountains to go snowboarding, and the day I flew into town to take all these fans on a bus to go snowboarding, it was the day that Huffnagel pulled me into the office and said, "Charleston, I traded you. I'm glad I could just tell you this face to face." And then I was like, "Okay, so I came all the way here to be Stampeder, fan day." You tell me you traded me to Hamilton? And yeah, it was crazy, man. And then before I even left out of his office, he asked me, was I mad? And my phone pinged like maybe 4 or 5 times, looked at my phone. Don't get comfortable there. So
oh, really?
Got a phone call from Hamilton, and yeah, it is what it is. Didn't work out.
I don't remember what went.
Hamilton.
No, but what did
they didn't love me.
You were there 10 minutes.
Yeah, but they didn't love me.
Right. Well, what did the Riders give up for you? I apologize. I can't remember. Vernon Adams?
A case of Molson and a box of Cracker Jacks. No, it was Vernon Adams and some rookie. He started in Calgary for a little bit too. Rookie linebacker.
Okay.
Canadian kid.
I'd have to go Google it.
Yeah. I would.
From Mike Blackbird in Toronto, can't wait for Juwan Breskison to go diving into the end zone for touchdowns too. From Michael Alley, he says, Los Angeles Rams fan here says, go Argos. He's watching in Los Angeles. Randolph Zora says, Charleston, your style always reminded me of the great Dwight Freeney.
Ooh.
How do you feel about that? That'd be a good one to be compared to.
Yeah, that's good.
You take that one.
I could take that.
Have you heard that before?
I have, because of that spin move, but I try to keep it tucked away and use it when I need it.
Well, you have your favorite. Dip rip.
Dip rip, kind of just straight fear. Put the fear of God into him. 6 God gets sacks.
It worked. Whatever. It's working.
Put the fear of God into an offensive lineman.
From C. Walker on YouTube. Jefferson, Jeff Coat, Biggie, and the boys are going to be a problem on D this year. Again. Somebody wrote me yesterday and said they thought the Blue Bombers were primed for a down year. I'm like, how do you figure that?
They don't even get to ride the coat. They don't even have the privilege of, feeling the aftermath of the Grey Cup and riding it out. So,
it's gone. That's unfortunate.
As soon as Grey Cup, boom, it went straight to a halt, and pandemic started after that. So it's like they didn't even get to ride the coattails of feeling.
Well, Strevler had a good time.
Well, Strevler, he was having a ball.
He had a great 24 hours.
Yeah.
But he was the only guy that, yeah. We're very blessed today to have Charleston Hughes here of the Toronto Argonauts.
To be here.
Oh, yeah.
That.
Yeah. Did you get 39? I haven't seen. Did you get 39 in Toronto?
I'm hoping to get it.
Who has it?
Rookie Canadian Smith.
Oh, who's that? That's nothing.
He's a good player.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He's a good player.
How good could he be if he's a rookie?
He's developing.
Okay.
So he got a lot of good reps. Made a lot of good plays. So.
Something tells me, and I might be completely off base, but that Matt Black, he's long gone from Toronto, but didn't he wear 39 at one time?
He did.
That's what I
Matt
thought.
Black. And he played at Saginaw Valley, so my hometown.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And Canadian?
Canadian, yeah.
From John Burns in Calgary, Grey Cup 2021 in Hamilton. XFL observers will ask CFL fans, man, it's cold here in Hamilton. Your team's not here. Why are you?
Are there XFL fans? How can it be fans and there's no league?
Good question. I'm not touching it, but I get it.
Who do you root for?
The Tampa Bay Vipers.
Fan,
Tampa Bay Viper. I'm a long-suffering Tampa Bay Viper fan.
Oh, man. But wasn't it a Tampa Bay Viper last season?
Well, yeah, because Trestman was the head coach and Jamie Elizondo was the offensive coordinator.
Well, there's no league. How can you be an XFL fan?
He said it, not me. Can you believe how insane people went about this XFL thing this summer or this spring? Can you believe it?
Oh, man, I just think it was just hype. I don't think it's going to happen. If it happens, it's going to be far down the road. I just don't see why you would bring a failing league to the CFL when we've had a lot of success over this time. And we've been a strong league for the most part over the last, decade or whatever century. So it's like, why would you attach yourself to a failing league like that?
There's the quote. Write it down. There's the meme.
How about that?
From Mike Blackbird. He's sounding like a rash. LOL. A rash has been all over the XFL, not in a good way. Janelle Barkman says, could Charleston bring more handsome today? He's looking good. I got to say he's looking good.
Thank you.
Do you want to be up weight or down weight by the time training camp opens from what you are
Always
right?
down.
Yeah?
Always down.
And are you down from a month ago?
I usually float around 255 during the season, but I come into camp about 238, 240.
How tall are you?
6'1".
From Nick in Winnipeg, Charleston, is there any team you dislike playing against or a certain player?
I dislike playing against any team that I'm not on.
Really?
How about that?
There's not one more than the other?
There's not one more than the other. I want to go undefeated if I could. So it's like, man, I don't care which team is. I mean, the team I like playing against the most, I like sacking Bo because he gets mad every time I sack him, and it's like,
how about
he can't
that?
stop it. Mm-hmm. Mike Riley, he gets tired of seeing me all the time too. I've touched Mike Riley a lot.
Do you talk to him?
Yeah, I talk to him, and he knows it every time. But I've come in contact with him a lot, so it's just certain players. Like I think Vernon Adams is a guy that I'm looking forward to get my hands on, just because he's just so athletic and
hard to get.
And he's hard to get.
Did you play against Manziel?
I did.
What'd you think of him?
He's funny. He's funny. He was probably by far the funniest quarterback I've ever had to play against, just because it was a couple times where I almost sacked him and he got away. And then he come running back to the huddle and run past me and it's like, whoo, you almost got me right there. And I'm looking like, man, what's wrong with this dude? Like
he's quick, though.
But he's quick.
Yeah.
And he'll throw an out route and go like, whoo, that was a good pass. And then just start clapping like, man, what are you doing?
I tell you what, I was on the sidelines in Tennessee watching the Titans and the Jaguars, and it was Mariota versus Blake Bortles. And I'm like, Johnny Manziel is just as good as these guys. Like, I don't understand why he's not. Well, I do understand why he's not, but you know what I mean.
No, he's a player. He is a player. He's definitely a player. He just got to
straighten out. We all know.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah, tread water lightly. I don't want to talk about him like that because he's a good guy.
I think he's a tremendous guy. Yeah. Believe me, I get him. But it's kind of sad that he's playing in the fan-controlled football league this year, you know?
Yeah, and I forgot about that league. Why aren't you a fan of that league?
I'm a fan of it.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it every week. Are you kidding me?
Really?
Every week.
I didn't see one game.
I'm trying to think who my friends were. Well, you know Khalil Carter because you had him in Montreal or Calgary. He was a coach there. Drew Tate's a coach in the league. Why are they telling me and not you?
So's what I know.
Don Unamba. Who else, Clark? The president, Don Unamba, was coaching in that league. Oh, well, John Jenkins. How many
but he's before.
6, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was fun. And where the fans would write in and call the plays. It was like unbelievable. I wouldn't advocate it for you. You're doing just fine here. But Josh Gordon signed by the end of the year. I think he played a couple games, and Manziel was in it too. Hey, just on the Bo thing, you said here, this is already being live tweeted by the account CFL News. Bo Levi Mitchell, I like sacking him because he gets mad every time. How many times have you sacked him?
At least 20.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You've got
130
sacks, and 20 of them are on Bo.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm like 15, almost 20 sacks I got on Bo.
Wow. I didn't see you talk about that in your podcast interview with him.
Yeah, it's just some stuff you just can't talk about it, man. Bo's my guy. He's still my boy, man. We got to golf together still.
He loves me. Does he still love me?
Yeah. Bo, I think he dropped it.
I hope so. I really do. I'm ready to drop it. I know.
Yeah, just let it go.
From Troy and Toronto, only on the RP show, would I get an in-depth interview with Charleston and an Argo at that. Live interview, too. Good stuff. Well, thank him, because he's the guy that did it. One more plug with Better With Age. What do you got going on?
I was about to say, I remember seeing this Sober Athletic gear. Is that what, who was wearing that? Hockey.
I was wearing it.
Fleur.
Marc-Andre Fleury?
I think he had a hat on from there.
Well, there you go. See, Troy? You're getting famous.
I remember seeing that hat.
There you go. Sober athletic wear. It's awesome. All right, Charleston, we'll let you roll. Thanks for coming in. This has been fun.
Thanks.
Good luck this year.
Oh, man, appreciate it.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.